I'm a huge Great Muta fan. What can you tell me about the Great Muta?
Well, KG Muto, because Great Muta is more probably more famous in the United States. KG Muta is more known probably in Japan. Probably, not a lot of people know who that is, but it's alter ego, right? So, but he's amazing athlete. Of course, he retired. I helped, make the arrangement for Darby Allin and Sting to go over there for the last show in the Yokohama Arena, January 20th this year. It took about 7 years and 7 months of negotiating to get him there. But so I work closely with Pro Wrestling Noah. Takeda-san is the president of the company. I work with him, and we're going to be doing more stuff with them in the United States coming this year and next year. Yeah. But as far as the Muta goes, great guy, wonderful, beautiful wife he has, and he has a daughter and a son. They were here at WrestleMania when he got inducted into Hall of Fame. So yeah, it's just great guy. He's going to be doing a lot more commentating now. Keiji Muto is, yeah, in Japan for I think for Samurai TV or Abema TV. Yeah.
What can you tell me about Masahiro Chono?
Chono, believe it or not, here's one thing I can tell you a funny story that I'm gonna just lead into where I'm gonna go. So in height of NWO t-shirt being sold, New Japan making all that money, and Chono and Great Muta got none of those money, right? Because that was so New Japan said, well, we buy the t-shirt from WCW, and that's not your product. Although they're the reason, how NWO Japan's got popular, but they were selling other products, so they weren't getting any in revenue from that. So Chono think I'm making piece of that money because I'm the guy. They order from me, but I don't get the money. Money goes to the company, and none of my deal ever said I got a piece of any of that merchandise money. But so one day Hattori. So there's Eric Bischoff, Kevin Nash, Masa Saito, Chono, Taiga Hattori, and myself. We're sitting in Osaka in a bar, a small bar, about the size of your bedroom. You know how bars are in Japan. And Hattori, because we're all drinking, Hattori says to me, he says, you need to share some of your money that you're making. Because he's thinking, I'm getting a piece of that $8 million for the t-shirt. And I said, I don't know what you're talking about. He says, well, he says, Chono and Muto is the reason why those t-shirts are flying off the shelf here. I said, okay. And he says, you need to share your cut. I said, Hattori, I get no cut. I get no money. I'm an office guy who gets a phone call. I said, let me ask you something, Hattori. Where do you send the money? Where does New Japan send the money? Do they send it to me? And I go buy it and send it to you? No, they send it to the office. Office sends you the t-shirt. How am I getting any money? I have no deal with, that's none of my deal that says I get a piece of the merchandise because it's not my merchandise. Just like it's not Chono's merchandise. I said, if you want money, you got to go to New Japan and get it from them. They're the ones making all the money. This gets a little heated. And Eric says, what are you guys arguing about? And mind you, I'm sitting, Kevin Nash is sitting next to me, Eric Bischoff sitting next to Kevin. And I told Eric what our conversation was, and he says, Hattori, See this guy right here? And he points at Kevin Nash. He doesn't make money off an NWO t-shirt, which I didn't know. So I'm looking at Eric like, who's making the money off NWO? He says, only two people make money off t-shirt, or two entities, WCW and Hulk Hogan. Because Hulk make money off all the merchandise. And you know, anyway, Hattori wanted, you got really heated. I was a kickboxer. As we talked earlier, he wanted to get in the ring with me because he was a collegiate wrestler, right? So I said, I'm not going to be wrestling. I'm going to be punching and kicking. I'm going to be dropping the elbows. I mean, so Eric says, Hattori, if you're going to wrestle me. We're sitting in a bar about the size of you, like I said, your bedroom. Move all the tables. Here they go. They started wrestling. Because Eric was a collegiate wrestler. So they went at it. No, there's an exclusive for you.
Great story. Who got the better of him? Was it Eric?
I think Eric's bigger, Eric probably had a good 20, 30 pound on him. So
that's great.
Eric
story.
got and reason why I'm telling you that is because you asked me how Chono's doing.
Right.
What happened to Chono is Chono has a clothing store, a very expensive Ginza in Japan and Tokyo, right? It's a real fashion district. He got licensed from WWE to make NWO t-shirt, and he sells them, and he sold them for the last probably 5-6 years out of his store in Ginza. So he is making money off of NWO t-shirts.